What's going on, guys? It's Twintuitive717. I'm back with another reading, of course, hanging out with the bossy beebs. We're going to dive right into messages from the divine masculines. We're going to check in with the current energy. What's going on with the divine masculines? Universe, you can see who is watching for the readings. Please provide clarity on their journey. Whatever point they're at on the journey, please provide clarity. All right, we're going to start off with higher self activation. A lot of masculines too are finding themselves very, very distracted lately, and it has to do with higher self-activation. I've been getting a lot of messages around feeling very uncomfortable around family and friends. Like at this particular time, a lot of the divine masculines are really craving alone time. It could be driving them insane. They could be confusing it with anxiety, depression. But really, I feel like they need time to experience some kind of, like, I'm going to say, some kind of gift that wants to come in, some kind of, like, activation or awakening, okay? And usually that, like, when that happens, you get sick. Okay, and many of you have experience with this on the twin flame journey. Some of you can feel like your body is in aches and pains. A lot of you could be getting things like allergies, sneezing all the time. You have no idea where it's coming from. Other things that may happen is like anxiety, depression. You feel very isolated and closed off from people. So I have been picking up very strongly that many of your masculines are going through like hermit energy. They really just want to be alone. There's a lot that's happening in their minds and their hearts. I feel like a lot of them are very worried. A lot of this worry and the anxiety is coming from feeling things a lot more deeply than they want to. A lot of your masculines really just want to be on autopilot. They don't want to give a shit about anything. They just want to party and bullshit, have a good time, ride the wave. But when higher self activation is at play, when they meet the divine feminine, when they step onto this journey, you know, they do come to that realization that there is something more that's here for them. A lot of the times I feel like what many of the masculines could be fighting as well is purpose. Okay, so let's see what's coming out in the cards as well regarding purpose. We have autumn and harvest. Okay, I know many of you might be like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm going to have communication in the fall. Like, literally, we're in spring. But if they're hermiting, you guys aren't going to be hearing from them because this higher self-activation has them in this mode for a reason. They need to be on their own to process their own thoughts, to know that a lot of the ways that they're starting to shift in their thinking, it's just them. They're not being influenced by anybody else because they have literally been hermiting for the last, X amount of months. They have clarity now because they're not being influenced by others. They're purposely alone, by themselves, laying low, keeping away from other people, avoiding social media, even if they are on things like YouTube or they may be reading like Reddit, Quora. I feel like they're in this place of wanting to just learn and gain clarity. They're asking Google all kinds of different questions about some of the, I feel like, ascension symptoms that they're having. Okay, why do I feel so alone? Why do I feel isolated? Many of them know that it has something to do with you, divine feminine. But at the same time, I do feel, because we have Pluto in transformation here, and Pluto is this energy for me of like, what do I want to say here? Someone who's on their own, the lone wolf. That's what I want to say, because you have to go through this transformation on your own. So when they think of the divine feminine, I feel like they just want to be left alone. Some of them could even know that you or your presence in their life has a lot to do with this higher self-activation. So they could be in this place of going from like, like loving you to hating you type of thing, it's like they don't feel good about knowing you right now because they feel that you're part of this transformation. You're part of what's causing a lot of this upheaval in their life and whatever it is they're going through. Okay, but with the transcendence card, I do feel like your masculines are acknowledging that a lot of this change that they're going through, the reason they're feeling things a lot more deeply, yeah, it's because of this whole connection with you. I feel like like life just hasn't been the same since you guys have connected. We have self-care and energy as well. The energy hasn't been the same with your masculines because you see part of this self-care is to protect their energy. It's to renew their energy. So I feel like a lot of your masculines could resent you because they're going through a lot of changes, a lot of isolation. Maybe they've been at odds, or they've been in a lot of conflict with other people because of this connection between you and them. But I'm hearing that it's all for a reason. Okay, they're meant to go through this, and they're meant to go through it alone, is what I'm hearing. So that way they stop blaming the divine feminine for everything that they're going through. There's a purpose in it, and I also have wish fulfillment coming out. So I do feel like after everything's said and done, many of your masculines will see wish fulfillment coming through. But something strongly that comes through is do not intervene on this part of their journey right now. So some of you could be in separation or saying to yourselves you've never gone this long without talking to your masculine or being in communication with them. I feel like if you guys don't intervene or don't interfere, don't make any efforts to reach out or try to rescue them from a lot of the isolating that they're doing right now, you guys will see wish fulfillment for them come through. I feel like in the harvest time, because we do have autumn and then we have harvest, meaning that they're building something, like they're going to cash in on something, but it's going to be around the fall time. Okay, I feel like you'll end up seeing that you're their wish fulfillment because you've given them this time and space to take care of themselves and to realign their energy. Because part of realigning their energy is to start ridding themselves of people, places, and things that are toxic to them right now that don't feel good. You're part of this equation right now, Divine Feminine, but it's only because they don't have that clarity yet, right? Like they see you as the person starting this shitstorm. You know, like I hear a lot of your masculines are like, damn, like if I never met her, if I never messaged her, I should have just stayed away. A lot of your masculines could be going through things like that. They could be feeling that or saying things like that, but they will gain the clarity here. Okay, there are days where they really do feel like they've opened Pandora's box. They don't know what they got themselves into here. Okay, your energy is bringing a lot of truth to their life right now, and I feel like they don't like it. These are way too many cards, but I'll put the majority of the deck down and I'll sort through these to see what wants to come forward here. But let's ask the deck a question, okay? What kind of things is your masculine going to be working on during their moment of like silence or hermiting, okay? What are they working on the most? What's at the forefront of the lessons? Okay, we have it wanted to come out too, like slipping out, but I put it back in because I wanted the card to naturally fall out on its own. But we do have party and external. So for many of you, the higher self activation that's coming up, and a lot of the reasons why many of your masculines could feel resentful towards you is because you're literally pulling them out of the matrix. Okay, and they also feel embarrassed, for many of them, because along with these realizations, and I've talked about this in previous readings as well. So I would say maybe check out, I'll try to link it if I can in the cards, which is usually found like right above the screen. You guys will kind of see it flash through. But it's been talking a lot about many of your masculines waking up to like feeling depleted. Okay, many of them have not been making wise choices, and that's where the Divine Feminine comes in. I feel like a lot of them, they've designed it this way where they haven't learned these lessons up until this point of meeting you. Okay, and that's why there's so much karmic interference, because I feel like, you know, many of you are dealing with your masculines, mothers as the karmics, like sisters, long-term partners, spouses, people who really just want to reign control over this masculine. And I feel like karmics, like the karmic's job on the particular journey is to cause obstacles, delays, provide tests. And I feel like the hardest part of your masculine pulling away from this lifestyle is that it's easy, it feels good. And I'm also hearing they get a lot of external validation. Okay, they get a lot of external validation, and I feel that the things that are validating them, the reason all of this is falling, this tower here is falling, is because they don't want to be validated by these energies anymore. Not since you've stepped into the picture, Divine Feminine. Okay, and that's what's like, eating away at them is like they're going to go into this hermit transformation mode because there's no competition. I feel like you are pulling away. This is why you guys are separate right now. You're pulling away. Your masculine has come to the table. They've come with an offer. They may be wild, single, bachelor type divine masculine, maybe trying to pull you into settling into this type of crazy wild lifestyle. I'm hearing third parties. I'm hearing the word polygamy. Like I'm hearing all kinds of things that feel very unnatural to the divine feminine, okay? The divine order as well is what I'm hearing. And so many of you have distanced yourself. Now, the thing with that is now this external party, this lifestyle, it doesn't seem as flashy for this masculine anymore because you're unbothered by it, divine feminine. Whoever you are, you're unbothered by this. I feel like you hold yourself to a high standard. Maybe your masculine didn't know that about you before or didn't see that about you. I'm seeing a divine feminine who's coming off as like maybe you were perceived as like quiet or a bookworm, or if you could party, you'd be out there, but maybe you're just quiet and shy. But when your masculine got to know you, I feel like you really came through with this kind of inner strength that said, listen, if I wanted to be there, I would be there, but this is where I prefer to be. You feel comfortable in your, you feel very comfortable in your, sorry guys, I really have to take this message and I'm not going to lose my train of thought, don't worry, but it's my realtor and I really need to get back to her. So sorry about that, guys. But anyways, I was going to say that you guys feel very comfortable in your own skin. You feel like you really don't have anything to prove to anybody. It's like what you see is what you get. And I feel like at first, maybe this made your masculine walk the other way. Okay, fine type of thing. But you really put them to think, okay? And I feel like many of you didn't have any problems pulling back away from this. Let me pause and get your energy here. Okay, how do the masculines see you at this time? In fact, let me put the rest of the cards back in and then we'll continue to pull on the masculines after. But how do they see you? How do your masculines see you right now while they're going through this transformation? How do they see you? Okay, those are too many. How does the divine masculine see the feminine at this time while they're going through this transformation? We have the feminine flying out. So I feel like they see you as their true counterpart, okay? And this is why I feel like it'll subside that feeling of resenting you. And this is why it's really not a good idea to reach out at this time. Like whoever finds this reading, whoever this message is for, if you feel like, damn, I haven't heard from them in a long time, or they're going more and more quiet or more and more MIA, they have to go through the journey of the hermit to put things into introspection. And I feel like for many of you who are in the divine feminine energy, you have done the right thing by pulling away. Many of you may question this at this time, but it's like if you feel in your heart of hearts, this is not something I want, it's going against whatever serves me. Like it doesn't feel like this dynamic between me and my masculine right now is serving me. It's pushing me to want separation. And many of you may struggle because you feel like if you separate, it'll be the end. But on a twin flame journey, and we do have the feminine card coming out to confirm it, the more you elevate with these lessons, the more you make that decision that you know in your heart you should be making. And a lot of the times it's to abandon the distorted masculine. It's to say no. It's to say, thanks, but no thanks. Drawing healthy boundaries. And I feel like that's exactly what makes this masculine go back to the drawing board each and every time. And this Pluto energy hits them here with the transformation. Okay, so that is the current energy here with this short check-in for many of your masculines. If they're quiet, they're going MIA. Many of you are not going to see movement until the fall. But that's why they're quiet. They're being hit with higher self-activation. Again, just to kind of recap here, just remember, guys, with higher self-activation, you will feel sick. Again, whether it is physically ill or mentally ill, certain parts of the journey when you ascend, you're literally shedding an old version of yourself, of your system. And oftentimes your masculine will trigger a lesson, right? And they make you think differently. They make you... they make you shift your perspective. They make you oftentimes stay on your path, right? I feel like a lot of your masculines bring lessons that It'll test you, Divine Feminine, okay? Especially with the feminine card here popping out in this reading. It'll test you, and I feel like in this particular situation, you're dealing with a masculine that came in as a player, bachelor, wanted to drag you into this type of lifestyle, doing the hot and cold, come and go, ghosting, and many of you just kind of cut the cords here, and now you've put them into a place of introspection where they respect you as the divine feminine energy. They are literally going through a shitstorm, and you are, you've definitely made it known that you are the cause of this particular lesson. I'm getting this energy from this divine feminine. It's like, don't come at me like that, bro. Like, have some respect, and when you've grown and matured, then step to me. Okay? You did it very subtly and respectfully as well as what I'm hearing, and that is what stung the most. Okay, guys? So that's what me and this Bossy Beebs have for you tonight. You guys take it easy. I love you guys. Please, guys, be patient with me. I am going through a lot of changes here behind the scenes. And if I get too busy for the long form videos, I will definitely hit you guys up in the YouTube shorts, because I've been having so much fun doing that. And I feel like it's so easy just to kind of give you guys a recap of so much going on behind the scenes in like 60 seconds. So thank you guys for watching those. I love you guys. And if you ever miss the Bossy Beeves in any of the videos, make sure you go to the shorts section and check her out, okay? I love you guys. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon, okay? Bye.